I was not prepared for what marriage actually is.
Sure.
And I don't think I even knew what it is.
I came into marriage with so much expectation to an extent that I don't know what is it that I was not supposed to not expect from marriage.
Hello and welcome to yet again another episode of In Her Shoes, where we speak all things Christians lifestyle. Yes, we are Christians, but we are living in a world that has this our corner, and we are here to dissect and get deep into that. It's your host, Zondi, and I am so excited that you have joined us this week for another episode. Listen, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and be a part of the conversation. This week's topic is very interesting. I have a beautiful couple. People will say, we took a vow and said, till death. Where you go, I will go. You're going to my God, you understand? And they are here to speak about kingdom marriages. We will look at kingdom marriages versus worldly marriages. Expectations, things that we are doing that maybe we shouldn't, do's and don'ts. We're going to navigate, have a conversation about it, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. But first, let me introduce them. Bab, Njan.
Siyaphila Mazondi.
Please do tell us who you are. Introduce yourself.
Igama uMangaliso, umkhonto isibongo, isizukulwane sikaGwegwethe. So yes, by the grace of God and by the favor, the Lord brought me a helper. So angisahambi ngedwa. That makes me ubaba umkhonto.
Yes. Hey, because something happens. You know, when we cross over, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. With a favor, lento. Mama mkhonto asibingelele.
Hi, sweet.
Let us know who you are.
My name is Zama. I'm Konda. By God's design. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think that's me. I'm just a
wife to me.
Yes, I'm a wife to Mangaliso Mkonda.
Absolutely.
One man, one husband.
Oh, yes.
I'm a wife to one husband, Mangaliso Mkonda. And yeah, I'm a child of God, of course, obviously.
Amen.
Washed in the blood.
Absolutely. So let's break the ice first. Let's do some fun questions first before we get into what we're talking about. I want to first know your love story. Before Skume about kingdom marriages and the importance of it in this day and age and what's happening, how did you guys meet? Let's take it from your perspective. When you saw her, you understand? So how did it all happen?
When was this? 2015, 10 years ago. Fees Must Fall.
Varsity. Yes.
It was Fees Must Fall that brought UKZN down to Joburg. And so all leaders of universities were gathered together, and there were organizations that were responsible for doing that.
Yeah.
And one of the organizations got me in one room with Uzama Sengwai, Uzibuyile. And in that sitting, we had also the Honorable Member of Parliament by then, Umtana.
Okay.
Ubtelesi. Yes, so I think that's when we met. And when I saw the lady sitting on the other side of the table, I was like, this one, no maganjani.
Sure.
This is the one. This one I'm taking home. And fast forward 2 years later, because I asked for a roll call in that meeting, say, can everybody put their names and contact details here?
Oh, that was smart.
And 2 years later, I made the call to say, hey.
Yo, it took 2 years.
Yeah, still busy with mining and engineering and other things.
All right.
And fees were supposed to fall.
Yes.
Yeah, so there were other pressing issues.
So she had to wait. Yes.
But yeah, that's when we met. And for me, that's when we really met. And
That's when you knew.
that's when I knew that she's the one.
So it's true that when a man knows, he knows.
He knows.
I like that.
Yeah.
So what's your point of view? Because obviously it's another point of view because you were seen. I'm sure you're just like, who's this guy? But how was your first encounters with him and when you realized, oh, okay, this is someone?
Okay, I didn't when we first met
Yes.
realize this is someone, but I did notice him when we first met. So, like you're saying, there was a lot of us young students at the time, and we had a meeting. We're talking very productive, constructive stuff, and he wasn't saying a lot. Hey, he was just quiet. It's like that mystique, that tall guy who's dark, who's just like quiet. Like everybody's talking, everybody's talking. It's just to himself. Then I'm like, who's that guy? And then I think we got a chance to have a conversation, just the two of us, just outside. And I don't know what the conversation was about.
Okay.
I didn't hear the conversation.
Okay.
I just looked at this man. Who is this man? This is a nice man. I don't know what the conversation was about. And it was very brief, very brief. And then that was it. That's how we met. And then I think I then went to Facebook at the time because I didn't stalk. Because I knew him through someone else.
Okay.
And I was friends with that other person on Facebook. And so randomly, I don't know how I knew. I just went to the person's page. I don't know this guy's name. I don't know. I just know what he looks like.
Yes.
And then I scrolled down to my friends list. And then I think the first 5 were what? And then I saw his face. And then that's the guy. And then I invited him. I didn't invite him to talk to him. I just wanted to find out about him because I don't know anything about him. And then I checked him out and I'm like, no thanks. And then like
Interesting.
about like political,
Okay.
comrade, and university is like those are not the guys for you. And he had like very controversial things in his bio. It's a counterculture. I like the fact that he studied engineering though. So I was like, oh, the smart guy, because I really like smart guys. The smart guy, master's in engineering. That's nice. And then when I read it, I'm like, woo, yeah, bad sweet.
Move on. Okay.
So that's my first encounter with him.
And then when he called 2 years later?
That was very confusing.
Can you imagine?
That was very confusing. I never forgot him though.
Okay, yes.
I didn't forget him. I noticed him. I went to Facebook. Then I forgot about him, but I didn't forget him.
Yes.
So I think he sent me a WhatsApp text. And then like he was writing, and I just went to the picture. I'm like, oh, it's that guy.
Yes.
And then because I didn't know his name, but he was, hi, my name is Mangaliso Mkhonta. We met, where. I'm like, okay, this guy. And I genuinely thought it was something to do with like an organization or something, because like that's how we met.
Yes.
So like he's reaching out for a project, assistance with something, like just like professional stuff.
Yes.
And then he said, yeah, okay, no, I have something I need to do with you. I'm going to call you. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, okay, cool. And then he didn't call me.
And said what?
He didn't call me. I'm like, this man thinks I'm going to lie him to call me.
I'm intrigued.
And then texted me to say, hi, I have something I want to do with you, project-wise. I'm going to call you.
And then didn't call.
And then didn't call me.
Can I come in right there?
And then didn't call me. I
think you will come in. Because, John, how do you not call?
I was scared. To say, if I call this woman and I present my story and it's not accepted, how am I going to feel after that?
Okay.
You know, one of the first things that he asked, and the church was like, okay. He was like, he explained himself, got this thing that he wants to do, okay, sharp. And then he's like, are you married yet?
Oh, testing the ground.
And I was like, lol. No, not yet. I just thought that was odd. Like, what
That's
did it matter?
3 years after we met.
Yes.
And I could see at that time that
It's possible.
This woman is ready.
Okay, it's possible.
It's only me who's not ready.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay.
So it's possible.
It's a fair question. But I'm back on to you didn't call. Then what? Guys, I'm intrigued here.
No, I didn't call.
Uh-huh.
And then I think a couple of days later, I saw that she's checking my statuses.
Randomly.
I'm like,
wasn't on purpose.
And now,
That's what's
then I
happening.
remember that I'm checking who's checking, who checked this, because
Yes.
I used to say controversial stuff. So I want to check who saw this. And I see that she saw it. Before I get more controversial, I need to call him. So that now I won't become this controversial guy.
So you called.
Then on that day, I know.
No, he didn't call. It was a whole month before he called.
Sure.
So he texted in February. He called in March.
Okay.
In the beginning of February.
And then when you called, what did you say?
I'm taking my time.
Okay. And then when you called, what did you say?
I think I just went straight into the.
Okay.
No, I think we must like pre-surface what happened to the call, because the call wasn't random. The call was like God, like just literally like pushing the button. Because neither one of us was gonna push the button. I was like, I am not gonna remind the guy to call me. Like, no way.
Yes.
I don't know what he was saying to himself. And then it was Workers' Day.
Oh yes.
It was Workers' Day. He was in the mines, of course. Had done this workers' statement thing on his WhatsApp. And of course, I watched it. Like, he had very nice white teeth. I just saw the white teeth, and those are nice teeth. And then I accidentally typed the next, like, wow, you have nice white teeth.
Oh, really?
That was a move of God, because I would have never texted a guy like that. Like, never, like, kill me. I would have never texted a guy like that.
No, you commented on my smile.
I did.
Yes.
I said, you have a beautiful smile.
I said,
Yeah.
I said,
And then, you know what he did? He laughed at me, and I felt like it was a really embarrassing moment.
I just
Laughed.
I just laughed.
Can I get in the hole? Like, the hole. And then I tried to defend myself. And the most defending myself.
The worst was
I'm like, no, I'm not trying. And then he was just laughing. I was like, okay.
But listen, here we are now. We love it anyway. Now I want to ask you, what's one thing that you are unprepared for when it comes to marriage? Usungena phakathi emshadweni, you're like, yo, I was not prepared for this, Kesana.
I was not prepared for what marriage actually is.
Sure.
And
Sure.
I don't think I even knew what it is. Like, of course, you have a man who gets you stuff, you get him stuff, you guys are cute, do the cute thing. Like the marriage,
Yeah.
I was shocked. Is this marriage?
Okay.
Because we not date. And in my head, marriage is like dates, you know?
Yes, it's
Like,
a
do cute
forever
style,
date. Yes.
do cute stuff, we go places. We're cute, man.
Okay.
And then marriage is like not cute. Like not
Really?
cute. Like there was work that was like like really deep.
Okay.
Like I'm mad at you, and I've never been mad at you because like I've always liked you.
Yeah,
like every time,
yeah.
like the whole time we dated, I liked you, and now for the first time, I don't like you. And that for me, is this marriage?
Marriage is work.
Is this marriage?
Marriage is work. I like that.
The
Was it for you?
actuality of it, I was not
Yes.
prepared. I think I fell into the romanticized version of like what we look, like the actual, like you hear, we have to talk, we have to argue, we have to go through life, we have to make decisions. I have to trust your decisions. And I mean, I'm the woman. So I trust your decisions about my life.
Absolutely.
And I've never had somebody decide on my life. Like I've already decided on my life.
Yes.
And now I have to trust you about my life. That was like, and that's marriage.
Sure.
You trust somebody else to decide about your life.
Absolutely.
And that for me was like, whoa.
Oh, I love that. Oh, okay. Sir, what was unexperienced for you?
I think I came with too many expectations.
Sure. Okay.
To an extent that I haven't checked what is it that I didn't expect.
Ooh. That's a mouthful. Say that again for the viewer at home. Was like, eh?
No, I came into marriage with so much expectations.
Sure. Okay.
To an extent that I don't know what is it that I was not supposed to not expect from marriage. So for me, actually, I think I was expecting to be a father.
Yes.
To build a home.
Yes.
Make sure that I have a family, have my wife, I have my children, I can provide for them. I can take them to school. And so while I'm busy trying to do these things, you come and you ask me, what is it that you did not expect from marriage? I'm like, there's too many expectations that I came with, and I'm preoccupied with these expectations because it's what makes the marriage for me to work. Sure. Because already when we decided to get married with Uzama at that time, we knew that we loved each other. We knew that we like each other and we like working together. And that was a good enough reason for us to say, oh, come on, let's get married. Yes. Because we started now wanting to do God's purpose.
Yes.
What is it? What is your conviction? What is it that you believe God has laid in your heart for you to do? What is purpose to you? And when we got into that conversation or into those discussions, we then wanted to do it. Why are we not doing it? And then we forgot that we're not married.
Oh, man, yeah.
And then while we were trying to do it, the Lord reminded us that, no, you guys are not married. So you can now start talking about family, what is family, how to build family. Like first, do the deeds. And right there, we paused and we said, Sana Sam, funang and that's it. So coming into the marriage, everything that we had spoken about then, when we sat down and we said, let's do a family vision board.
Sure.
Such all, what is it that when we get married, we want to do?
Yes.
And then now when we married, we tried to visit that board. No, there's a new board.
Things have changed. Things have changed.
There's a new vision board for the marriage. And that has been quite amazing.
I love that.
Yeah, to see what are the things that were in that board, vision board, Yom Cholo, and what now we want to prioritize as a married couple.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, something lighter. What's the funniest argument you've had in your marriage? Wasn't you looking like, yo,
music.
What do you mean?
That's one.
Okay, what about the music?
For me,
you didn't like her
always told my wife, there's no way that good music, good music can be in the past. There's no way.
Okay.
Like, no, now we must listen to Dorothy, Franklin. No, there are
still good music now.
Music today.
Yes.
And for me, and because I had a scripture ready for that. Oh, by the way, we always have a scripture ready. The glory of the latter.
Come on.
So we can't go back to get good music. No way. Then we are not in the kingdom.
Sure. Okay. So music. Okay. Another one?
That was funny for me. Okay.
I don't know why. I think that was just silly. And it's embarrassing on my part, but it's actually so silly.
Yes.
How many times a day I take a bath?
You guys
that is the silliest thing.
You're arguing about that.
We have argued consistently. How many times in a day I as a woman take a bath?
Okay, how many times do you take a bath?
I do take a bath at least once a day.
Okay,
so depending on what's happening.
His argument
more than once a day.
Oh, so it's that balance of you need to. Okay,
that is the silliest one.
I understand.
You had to put that one.
Like consistently before the party. Okay.
I understand. I can relate. And then when it comes to getting married and your different backgrounds, have you had any clashes in the sense of you were raised in this background with this family setting, or single mom, or both parents, or divorced? Were there any struggles that you guys experienced now that you are married and you're building your own family that maybe you felt like, what I saw is now kind of getting in the way of what we're building here together? Any of those experiences that you had?
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's the biggest. Definitely. On my end, of course, I had parents when I was younger. Then my parents got divorced. And then I had my mom. And then my dad passed on. But my dad, who had raised me, whole other story, is still alive. So just that setup, I'm just prone for issues. I'm just a candidate to have issues.
Yeah.
And I guess through that, I just always understood that I was responsible for my life, that I needed to not be a victim, because I'd always felt like children who came from divorced parents always saw themselves as victims. And that made me to not be vulnerable, because I didn't want to be the victim. So I couldn't open up, because I'm not like, because like I'm fine.
I'm not the victim.
Yeah, because like, I'm fine. Because I got Christ. I mean, divorced parents, but I got the Lord. And I realized that it hindered my transparency, my vulnerability, until literally the Lord himself confronted, like literally, like it was bad for me.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. Like the Lord literally was like, Zama, you need to be married. You are married, but you are not married. So please get married. Literally, be married. Don't be a married single person.
Yes,
like be a married person. So that for me, definitely, of course, generally, I didn't grow up with a man in the house for the later part of my years. Like when I met my dad, like I was a child when I met my dad. So like there was nothing that I was learning really. It was just a baby who got everything from my father. So when I was like older and was like supposed to learn stuff like dynamics of relationships, he wasn't there. And so I realized that when I got married, I didn't know what a healthy relationship looked like. I didn't know. And I didn't know how to get there. Like I realized that I didn't know it, but also realized that I didn't have the tools to get like to be in one. So that for me, background was a lot, but mostly.
Yeah, but not really conflicts.
Okay, just
those challenges.
Yeah.
And I think expectations for me. Because I had expectations. I know how my mom used to treat my dad. How she used to take care of the things that she took care of, and I expected that from my wife. And then now and then we'll talk about it with Taibo. What's happening? And then just to clear those expectations, I expect you to do 1, 2, 3. And where do you get those expectations? And then get to that. And I think one of the things that has assisted us is that Standu Kulum, we talk a lot. We talk a lot. And sometimes that causes some strife. The talking. Talking. And sometimes it really helps you to understand the conditioning of the next person. Say the person is not conditioned like you. Is not thinking and like perceiving this thing the same way as you. So you then find a way to adjust. More especially for me as a husband, as a bridegroom. And I embraced that when I realized that my wife is my bride. I have a responsibility to groom her into the things that I expect. I cannot just expect it. And then just leave it to her like that.
How did you get to that point? I wanna go deep into that because there's a question that I once heard that I'm now itching to ask you because you are here in front of me. It's the whole thing of, we speak about how Christ died for us, and in the same way, in the same breath, to our husbands, love your wives like Christ loved the church, and Christ had a very sacrificial kind of love. So I wondered, how did you get to that understanding or that maturity of knowing I'm getting him totally already made. I need to do the work, because we're currently struggling right in this day and age where people are divorcing because one of the other doesn't want to bend, doesn't want to understand, but there's no understanding of as a bridegroom, you are the groomer as well. So I want to get to one, how did you get to the realization of Uzama is not what I expected to be? I need to work at it. And number two, my follow-up question is, What does that scripture mean for you when it says, husband, love your wife like Christ of the church, that dying sacrificial love? What does that really mean for you as a husband? So just those 2 points.
Deep question. You know, as a Christian man,
yes,
I think that's what helped me.
Okay.
What has helped me is just to be a Christian man.
Sure.
Because when you're a Christian man, you will go into these gatherings of men, where men are trying to talk about their experiences of marriage.
Okay.
And because you're a Christian man, the Holy Spirit will give you your own niche to say, you see, this is what you need for your own marriage. And I think it's that for me. It's just the revelation of being in the company of saints, of believers. That the more time you spend there, you realize what is it that is missing in your recipe.
Sure.
As they just share their challenges, their victories, their testimonies, you then realize, oh, this is it, man. Because, you know, the funny thing is, if you find a woman who's groomed, it's going to be more challenging.
I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine.
It's going to be more. So I don't know why we would say, this one is immature or is not groomed, and you want to be a bridegroom to that particular woman. So I was just raising that. But so for me, yes, the point came when I was in a gathering of the saints, and they were just talking about men and GPV and all of those things. And I realized what is missing here is the ability to realize that the wife in your head is only in your head. But you have this one that the Lord has given you.
Yes.
And if the wife in your head is a healthy wife, she will not disagree to be. But if it's an unhealthy wife, then you are going to have a problem.
Problems, yes.
But so it's just that to say, try to instill, groom, build the things that you think your partner needs for you to be happy. And the Christ love the church, and the man love your husband, love your wife. I think it goes back to this first point to say, immediately you realize that, because actually that was my realization. When I realized what that means for Christ to love the church, to say, look at you, Mangalis. Like now you have this small voice that says, look at you, Mangalis. Look at the things you continue to do. Look at the things you continue to say after all that you've known, you've heard from the Lord, about the Lord. You still do this. You still say this. And you look at God, and then you find him hands, arms wide open, say, come here, my son. Then you realize that I have not loved my wife. If the love that I am receiving, look at this love. Where even myself, I cannot love myself like this. I can't. Because I sat down with myself, I said, we are not going to do this. We are not going to say this. We are not going to go to these places anymore. And here I am. But then the Lord still says, you are here, you are my son, you are my church. I'm working on you. I'm working. You are this bride that I'm working on. Then that same responsibility, I had to now take it
and
back
physically do it now.
To my marriage, to say, let me learn from Christ. At least from that point of view. Say to be patient with my wife like he's patient with me.
Oh, man.
And I believe that I'll be better myself towards God. Then I need to have the same belief that she's going to get better as I give her that embrace. Yeah.
This is so beautiful. I love this. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm trying to hold my tears. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, now let's define kingdom marriage and let's define worldly marriage and find out the difference in between as well as we unpack that right now. Zama, let me start with you. What's your definition? If you could put a definition on kingdom marriage, what exactly would you tell someone because I've heard people say things like, what's the difference between umshado and the kingdom marriage? If you were to define kingdom marriage, what would you say to someone who's saying, they're fanamos, it's all the same?
I think firstly, I would say that umshado is not a man-made idea.
Come on.
It's a God idea. So depending from there, if you think siyathandana mos asishade,
Sure.
or you think this is the person that God has ordained for me, even before I was here,
Sure.
He had intention for me to join with this person so that His purpose in my life and in the other person's life is fulfilled.
Come on.
I think that's the base for that.
Yes.
And I think to live in that understanding sets the base that you are in line with the kingdom's mandate of what marriage is. You know, because like marriage is not cute. Like, I mean, I know when I first got, I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Yes, it is by default cute, but it's not meant for cuteness only.
Absolutely.
It's destinies, it's families, it's the plan of God. It's what God intended to do with these two people.
Yeah.
It's expanding His kingdom. So that kingdom, and whatever that it means, it doesn't mean, because I think people think then,
Yes.
no, like what is your purpose and assignment? You could be a businessman, you could be whatever that you are or that you are destined to be, and the marriage is supposed to help you get further along in that. So basically, I feel like that is a kingdom marriage where you are actively seeking what is the kingdom's purpose for us coming together.
I like that. For you, any different or Nawe?
And no, the opposite is a worldly marriage.
Yes.
Where we see that we find we are professionals. If we can get married, we can buy a nice unit somewhere in Johannesburg. We can just to make sense. Yeah. Say for our lives to make sense, let's get married.
Marriage makes sense.
Then we will be able to get things together and that's a worldly marriage because God is not at the center. Marriage needs to be about Christ. If Christ is not at the center, do a business deal or an MOU or something just to say we are going to be working together. But to then call it marriage, it causes a lot of disturbances because now you want to talk about, is it in community of property?
Out of community.
Out of community. Because you've missed the fundamentals
of Christ and God.
Yes, with what is this thing about? If it's about Christ, out of property, inside property.
You understand? Yes.
Everything is well because this is not about you as individuals. This is about the both of you becoming one. So what is in property, out of property, if the two people are becoming one?
Because that's the biggest issue we have in a society is the world isn't preaching the oneness in marriage. And that's why I want us to go deeper into this. We have been taught such an individualistic idea. Even in marriage, we are individuals. Me.
Yeah.
Let's look at some concepts that the world has said are normal, that as Christians, we need to stop and be like, but is it? Because I feel like as Christians, Natty, we are now being diluted. And we are now going with the flow. You know, for example, 50-50. As Christians, does 50-50 exist in a kingdom marriage?
No, it's just the concept of 50 as a married person. The concept of 50-50 just makes me laugh. Just the concept itself. 50-50, like when what is happening? Like what is the 50-50? What does it mean?
Well, for them or for the world, obviously some is financial, some is responsibilities, but it's a matter of everything is split.
Okay.
Whereas in some cases, culture conflicts that because in some cases, culture would say, no, the man is the head. But now we have a mixed masala of culture, Christ, and the world. and we're not sure what he literally evangeli about this whole 50-50. Are we splitting the bills halfway? Are we splitting the responsibilities halfway? What exactly does this 50-50 mandate look like in a kingdom marriage?
I think to go back to the point of oneness, and to come at it from that perspective.
Okay.
If me and him are one, we are one person, which means we have to come to a point where we are of the same mind. Ne?
Okay.
So, because it starts in how you understand it before you can do it. Because how you understand it determines what you do.
Yes.
Do you split the bill? Do you not split the bill? So, if me and him are one, and we are building a family, which is like our little kingdom unit, is our family. And then for me, it's to say, what does the family need at that point?
Okay.
You know, because we're professionals. He's a professional, I'm a professional, but it's not about being a professional. We are building the family. Where are we with building the family? Mm-hmm. What do we need to build the family? Does it mean that he needs to go to work and I need to be at home because I need to be a homemaker for where we are?
Okay.
Then, of course, then I can't pay bills because I'm at home making the home because we're building the family. Does it mean we've built the family and we have a little bit more room and I can also go explore what I want to do, which means I start to earn an income as well? Of course, I'm going to contribute, but it's not a fixation to say who's paying this bill. It's circumstantial with what is happening with life. You know, if my husband is at home and he's pursuing whatever, and I'm working, I'm going to pay the bill. If I'm at home and he's going to pay the bill, it's not even a conversation. It's to say, because the money comes into one space, we sit together and say we have this much of money.
Yes.
How much is what? How much? And we decide together.
It's the oneness.
It's the oneness. So it's not his money. It's not my money. It's our money. So whether it comes from you, it comes from him, it comes from where, it comes into one place. And we sit and we say, what is our budget? What is our priorities? What are we doing as a family?
Yes.
So we're doing this, we're doing that. Oh, so the money's going there, the money's going there. So I don't know this concept of
50.
He must pay what? It's like, how much money do we have? And irregardless of who is bringing the money, but how much do we have?
Because I want to touch on with you because we are struggling with men, those who are dating. You know yourselves in my time. The whole thing of what do you bring to the table? It's a conversation now that men are asking women. It's become so apparent that on the first date, men are asking, what are you bringing to the table? And it goes back to that whole 50-50 Wuti. You got to bring something to the table. And then someone will say, no, but I am the table. Like I am the prize. So when you speak to peers that are your age or younger, that are looking to get married or dating or in the space, and when you hear these conversations of men asking women, what do you bring to the table? What are your thoughts on what's happening right now? And it's not even world, it's Christians. Christian men are asking Christian women, what do you bring to the table? Like, what's your take on this context as a married Christian man?
What are you bringing on the table? I think I'd have that conversation actually with the ladies.
Okay.
To say, I'm bringing my ears.
As a man.
As a lady.
As a lady. Oh, okay, okay.
What are you bringing to the table? So I'm bringing my ears.
Come on. Oh, I got it. Did you get it? Man. Okay.
Because what is this man bringing to this
table?
Yes. What is this man bringing to the table?
I'm bringing my ears, Angel.
That needs this lady to bring something.
Sure.
But the man must bring the vision.
Yes.
Must bring the brains. Bring the direction. So that the lady can bring the ears to say, okay, if he says we going there, how do we get there?
Yes.
The reason why we need a helper.
Oh, man.
Because the man needs a helper. The man needs to carry the vision. Sometimes, while the man is articulating the vision, if the lady has good ears, he can help the man articulate it better.
Yes.
And the man can realize that, oh, this vision is better set by the woman.
Sure.
And you need that because then you know you have a helper. Like myself. I knew that I have a helper.
Come on.
Like, why are you still staggering and how do we really? No, the woman has the English for that. no, the woman has the what for that.
Yeah.
Then you realize that, okay, here we can build. This person understands what I'm trying to articulate, even though the language is lacking.
Sure.
This person understands what I mean and is telling me exactly what I wanted to tell her. Then
suitable
I'm like,
helper. Suitable.
Then you have a suitable helper. So then I will then speak to the guys and say, when you go to the table, don't bring the money for the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring the check. Bring the brains.
Sure.
Bring the vision. Bring the purpose. Where are you going?
Yes.
Because now you want the next person to follow you.
Yeah.
To where?
Yes.
To do what?
Mm-hmm.
Because the next person needs to then see themselves how they're going to be part of that journey.
Yes.
Because, that's where I come in. That's where I come in. That's where. Then this is marriage. But to just come and say, yeah, I bought you a platter for 2. I'm going to pay the bill. What are you bringing to the table?
Ridiculous.
No, I'm going to get the drinks. No, it can't be like that. And coming to our marriage, I think we've been in a place where I'm the one who stays at home, and then my wife is the one working, and then we've been in a place again where I'm the one working and she's at home. But I could tell with her that when she was not working, she felt like she needed to work to help me, or to do what, or even to have a voice. It looks like her voice is being suppressed. In how this money is dissipated, and I had to teach her to relax in that area. To say, relax in that area, because chances are this is not all the money we have. The money that I bring home to you. Enye imali ngiyithola endleleni ngiphinde ngayishiya khona lapha endleleni.
Yes.
There's people that also we are in communion with, who are helping us with certain things that maybe at that time I'm not going to open up to her. Which, hey, by the way, I had to call my sister to say, help me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stuff like that. Just to relax, to know that everything that we've spoken about, take care of what we are building.
Sure. And
everything else that I think is going to worry her, I'm not going to tell her, because now she wants to go to work, how she can assist. But I need her here at home, because we need to be building this home also. Beyond the bills and everything else, if we have that understanding that, my baby, if you are here at home and you are taking care of the building blocks of this home, let me go and fight with corporate, so that we can see where are the resources to build this home. And that oneness for me.
Absolutely.
And if we are talking about 50-50, we must be talking about that. It's 100-100 actually.
Love that. Love that.
When you are not here, I can cover you. And even when I'm not here, you can cover me. It's not to say, I know this one, like making the bed. I don't want to say, this one is for my wife.
I hear you.
I want to pick it up and say, even though I know that it was my mom who used to make the bed, and pick up the socks from the ground and what. And when I find myself now doing that, I'm the one picking up socks, making the bed. I don't feel like this 50-50 is like it's a 60-40 now.
I hear you. Yes. I like that.
And I think it comes in where you're asking about kingdom marriages and worldly marriages, because in the world, I'm a professional. I need to care for myself. Like my mom raised me to say, go to school, get a job, take care of yourself. But my mom is a divorced woman, and she believes that what really saved her life was that she was working. That even though her marriage fell apart because she had a job, her life could continue. So I'm here trying to be like in the world, like I need to work, I need to what. And I see that it's not really suiting my marriage.
Okay.
But the world, the idea of saying, no, you need to go to work. Like, imagine you expect the next person to feed you. Like,
Yeah.
Like you are well able. And so that also had to challenge me to say, do I want to do what the world is saying I must do, or do I want to be married?
Ooh.
Do I want to be married?
I like that.
Yeah.
It takes me to the next point, the whole prioritize yourself. It's a gospel that's being preached in the world a lot. So we'll see, girl. For example, I've had many conversations. I've heard women say, you should have your own little account, my angel, where you are saving things on the side, because you never know, men change. How would that change? You need to be prepared. Now, as people who are of the kingdom, people who are saying we shade with Christ as our center, what's your take on that as well? You will see, okay, ikhona yini isikhoma sami eceleni njengomfazi engiyibekela for ukuthi if anything happens I have something. What's our take on that and the whole thing of prioritizing yourself? Because even now we're struggling in kingdom marriages. I say kingdom because that's the same.
Yes.
Where
But
it's an issue of the argument is, but why must I sacrifice myself for your career? Now I have a career. Now I have a vision. This is a woman speaking, saying, Wuti, I can't give you kids now. I'm about to become partner at the firm. I can't give that up with me. That so now there's the whole balance of now she can't have kids because it's her career that needs to come up. How do we balance the prioritizing ourselves, our visions, our goals, and being in a kingdom marriage that should glorify God? Like, how do we find that balance all in between?
I think one, you have to believe that your spouse is sent by God to you.
Ooh.
You have to believe it. You don't have to know it. Like, you have to believe it, live it out. You have to know that your heart is very deceitful and no good thing comes from it. The things you think are good for you come from a deceitful heart.
I need you to repeat that. Again.
Your heart is very deceitful.
Amen.
And nothing good comes out of it. So the idea of yourself that you have, check with God, is it the idea that He has for you? Because you chase things out of ego that are not good for you. And if you believe that the spouse you have comes from God, they are coming to bring out in you the version of God that He has for you. So you can't work against what God is trying to do by chasing something that you think
is good for you.
Good for you. Because is He not good for you? Is she not good for you? If she's not, then she's not. But if you believe that you're in a kingdom marriage, your spouse comes from the Lord, and they are here to literally get the version, the godly version of you out, then you must submit to the process. And it's not nice, I tell you. But it's the process you go through.
Yeah.
Do you want your selfish things? In your relationship with Christ, there is no room for you to want your selfish things. Before you get to your marriage, when you walk with Jesus, you don't have the things you want out of selfish ambition. You don't. Unless you don't walk with Jesus. But if you walk with Jesus and the things you want, He tells you, sit down.
That one, we're not going to do that one.
That one, leave that one. So I think it also helps to have a personal relationship with Jesus, so that how you walk with Him, you are able to see, is it how you are walking in the marriage? How your walk with Him must mirror the walk you are trying to have. And Jesus is not going to lie to you. So, you don't want that thing. You just want to be seen for the thing. You don't want that. You just want the accolades that come with that. You just want people to know your name. You want people to say this about you. So even the things you want, they are not out of good intention. They are according to the accolades of the world. That, then comes the doctor. Then comes the learned one. But for the glory of God, what does it do?
The rich aunt.
The rich aunt vibes. But in terms of glorifying God, God is not glorified with some educated and then bias.
So
He walks on gold. His streets are lined with gold. So I think one, believe that your spouse comes from God, and know that the things or the ideas you have about yourself, they are not always true. So let go of ideals about yourself and transform into the person that you are becoming. Don't resist the process. Submit to the process.
And the little account to throw for...
I think so interested in that.
This promise none.
I don't think you must have an account in case your marriage goes bad. A wise woman builds her house.
Come on.
A wise woman builds her house. It doesn't mean you must not have an account.
Okay.
The reason you have the account, though, we must see why you have the account. If I have an account because I'm trying to safeguard my family,
Yes.
I'm a wise woman, I'm building my house. If I have an account because I'm trying to,
have an escape plan in case.
Because already, like the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he.
Ooh,
so if you think
already.
that you will need it one day, you will need it one day. Because as you think, so you become. So if you haven't said no, yes, an interesting fact about our finances, which is very interesting, is that I am the spender. I know, and I'm the finance person. I am the spender.
Aren't you always?
No, like I am the spender. like levels, like levels. And so I had to admit, yes, I'm the one who studied finance, but I'm the one who is poorest at managing the finances.
Sure.
Because of where we are. It doesn't mean I'm poor at all, but what we're doing now, my payment is not going to help. And I've had to say, okay, you manage the finances. Because I don't manage, I spend finances. I don't manage, but I spend finance. And I had to realize, because the Zama, if it's me, and I'm being who I am, then he must give me the money, I must go spend, boss. Because it's me, boss. Yeah. That's what I want to do.
Yes.
But is it good for me? To go spend all the money I have.
Is it good for us?
This is good for us. So I must allow to say, me also is very suspicious. I must submit so that the me that is suspicious can die off and the responsible me can arise. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Interesting that she's talking about submission.
Yes.
To say a lady or a woman who's submitted to Christ would learn easy to submit to their husband
so they
or
say,
their partners.
Yes.
Yeah. And the same thing applies to the man.
Okay.
A man who's submitted to Christ, it's going to be easy for him to be submitted to, actually.
Yes, yes.
And to understand that submission is not to be abused because of the submission that he has on Christ. I think if your wife knows that you are submitted to God, you can hear from God and you want to do that which you've heard from the Lord.
Yes.
I think it encourages her to also want to hear from you.
Yes.
And want to do that which she has heard from you. And same applies again to now children and everyone else. I think somebody said, if your children have never heard you pray, have never seen you cry to the Lord, they will never know that there are times like that, because they will always know that, Baba is strong, he's got this. But when they know that even my dad, he goes, kneels, submitted to the Lord, that creates a picture that life does not evolve around a person or a human being.
Sure.
There is a powerful God that even my dad bows to. And for me, I think it's that if we learn this whole theory of submission and loving from the point of Christ and the church and our relationship with the Lord. In fact, we must have relationship with the Lord, because without that relationship, where are you going to learn the submission? Where are you going to learn the loving? Because you must look at Christ and the love and say, oh, my love game is so low.
Right? What manner of love is this?
My love game is so low. I need to work on my love game. And again, look at your submission to Christ and say, that's why this woman is rebellious. Look at me. What is it? What submission emanates from me or anything like that? Because I'm so rebellious. And so that concept, the kingdom marriages, I really want to flirt with that, to say the kingdom marriage is like, it's a best foundation to understand marriage as an institution, to say how marriage works, just by looking at your relationship with the Lord Jesus. Say, look at you and Christ. Look at the up and downs that you do. Look at how, you see, because some of the things that I tell my wife, but some I know. And it feels like, I'm being hard on her.
Yeah.
But if she has heard that from the Lord,
Yes.
you know, because she has a relationship with the Lord.
Yes.
If she has heard that from the Lord, I become a witness
Yes.
to say, hey, really, there's something I need to change about it. But if you don't have a relationship with the Lord, it's going to be like, I'm trying to be your Lord now.
Yeah.
Every day I'm trying to come and tell you what to do, what not to do, how to do. And so that individualism is only necessary for your relationship with the Lord. That have an individual relationship with the Lord. Yeah.
Otherwise, the oneness.
Don't bank on the next person. Say, I want to go to church so that I can have a lady who knows the Lord. So that I can have a man who knows the Lord. And then when you are not cultivating a relationship, because you will not know when this man gets ungodly or when with this lady gets ungodly.
Sure.
And then you are just following. And
Oh, okay, listen. Because Guningi and I am not done yet with Uzama and Mangali, so I still want more from them. We're going to give you guys a quick cut and say, listen, catch us on the next part of In Her Shoes, part 2, where we continue the conversation of kingdom marriages. And while you're still watching, send in your comments, your questions. What are your thoughts? The things they are saying, are they aligned or are they not aligned with you? As single woman, I know the woman had a mouthful to say. The whole career and the pockets and the bank accounts. What is your take on all these things? And I love the point that Zama spoke about how she had to really be married. Christ had to speak to her to be a married woman. As single women, are our minds ready for what marriage truly is? But listen, all that and more is coming up in the next episode of In Her Shoes, where we continue with the beautiful couple here in the studio. So if I were you, I would not go in, and we'll see you next time.